Alrighty folks, today we're starting our day. I have this reservoir. I'm gonna run to the city. I gotta get some sensors. Basically gonna hit a little pull apart place up in the city. And I need, like I say, I need a few sensors for the car. And I need to find a little cup reservoir thing so I can kind of try to figure out this clutch on here. Kind of get that thing going. And then, well then, see where we get from there. All right. Well, I found a couple of the sensors I need because for the air doodad, we merely need this for our air pressure or air temperature. But I'm trying to find a small reservoir, but try to find something that's manual nowadays is almost darn near impossible. Hey, check that out. Electric power steering, eh? Wow. Interesting. I gotta find something for that Dodge that I have yet. But I need it to be center steer. This stuff's just not gonna work with that particular car. Anyways, I am gonna continue hunting because I need to find a manual transmission car. Look at these things, eh? You would think I should pull that stuff out because that's like darn near non-existent anymore. That's kind of, well, a vacuum, not so good. If that was like electric, that'd be kind of cool. Turn your heat on and off. Okay, well, the hunt continues. That takes from the same thing. Well, that's lame. First manual a guy finds. I am not sure what this is. Is this a Mazda? Hyundai. Cool. And wind. This is basically what I'm looking for. Something to hold my fluid. So, anyways, I'm going to snip that, unscrew that, and we're going to be cherry. All right, folks, we are home, and I ended up finding another Honda, and it had this thing. So this was smaller, nicer. I like it. Unfortunately, I don't have the right fittings. I took a couple of the brake fittings off there because they were bubble flared, and I guess they were metric, but it seems like a standard fits in here, but for some reason doesn't fit in there. So I'm not trying to force anything in there, so I think I'm stuck going to the hardware store here and trying to, or our Napa or whatever you want to call it, and get just go through their fittings and just see if it's some weird fitting. I don't know why. Just doesn't look like anything's wrong with it, so I just don't know what's going on there. So I don't want to mess that up. Anyways, I got some of those air intake like sensors, so. And it is on the cold air side, so I don't know. I'll rock with that. We'll use that. I guess the idea is I'll get a grommet and I'm just gonna like, we'll just stick it up into there, and then I don't even know. We have here, because the way they did it with this wiring harness, it's like it's all separated. So I'm gonna see if that's the same kind of plug. Why, look at that! How convenient is that? Come on, there we go. Look at that. That one works right with the. It's almost like it was designed for an older style intake and stuff. Anyways, I took this. I had to take this all off. I didn't do that. I did that off camera. I tightened up this hose, so I'm going to run like a hose around to my heater inside. This one I kind of ran up into here. It's going to go through there. I will have a shutoff valve somewhere. So I guess in the summer this thing probably doesn't need to be on, honestly. But in the winter you probably want to have, you know, kind of warming up the intake air a little bit. So yeah, so I think that'll work. When we shut it off, it'll probably cancel itself out. Anyway, seeing how I can't mess with that clutch, I gotta do some more running around tomorrow. I think I'm gonna screw around my steering wheel. So I got this quick disconnect and I was like just setting this up, but I really don't like it. Like it's just, you know, it's just style. But what I never really I always do it. You give it a tug like that, it's good. But it's like, if I give it a hard pull, the darn thing comes off. So I don't like that. And I've been looking at it and trying to figure it out, and I'm kind of over it. I think I'm just going to order a better quality one, because there's something, like, you give it a light tug, it's good. But hey, if you were, I don't know, like, I'm not giving it a very hard pull, and that thing just comes right off. And I've tried goofing around with everything in here, and it's almost like the groove's not big enough. I guess I could try that, but this thing's not that big in there to start with, so I don't know. I guess for what it takes, I can put this on the lathe really quick and just cut this a little bit more, but I think it's just a junky quality. It's kind of what I'm thinking's happening. There's better ones out there, so I might just do that. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify this, because when this thing's bolted to the dash, this thing just sticks out really gross. I was going to make a lip up to there, but I think what I'm going to do is just do a little carve out in here, just so it's got a little more Art Deco-y look to the mount. And then I guess we can clean this up. Once I get that done, we can clean this up. I think I'm going to have my blinker box like up here on it. I don't think I can work my horn through here, so we're going to have to do a horn button somewhere, but we'll do the little blinky box up there. Somehow try to cleanly do the wiring down. I've never tried to go through it. I wonder if I take this off, that's a doable thing. We may look at that. But anyways, first things first, let's get this thing cleaned up so we can get the ball rolling, get this thing permanently mounted into the car. I had some paint, but I didn't realize it was flat. So is what it is. Kind of smoothed that out. That almost should get body worked or something, but I don't know that I care that much. I tried to give it a little more streamlined look, so it's better than it was. All right, we got a bunch of stuff in. I got a whole bunch more of that door channel stuff. So I have for our windows, hopefully, it's not very deep, but it's like, it was really cheap for what it is compared to everything else on Amazon. So have that. We have our wiper, which this is similar to what I used in my 37, my International. So I'm not gonna, it needs nothing. I think it just needs a positive and a negative, and that is it. It's just got one speed, and it just works. So that's what we are gonna be putting into there. What else did we get? We did get our glass. That is all done. We got our glass and a tube of urethane. So I got everything done in laminate. I didn't do the explodey stuff for the sides, but we got our windshield, our two sides, our two other sides, and our back glass. And I think total cost was just under $420, I think it was. So considering that's doing all the glass on the car, I think that's pretty good. I don't know if I'll mess with that right now. I really wanted to just get this clutch figured out. So I found one shop there, our Napa, had the bubble flare that I needed. So I got some before, but I guess they're metric. It's like a standard bubble flare. No idea what that is. I'm gonna guess like maybe a Ford, I don't know. I'm not even gonna say I don't know, but I got that one. This one was a regular fitting, but I just had to wrench it down for some weird reason. It just didn't jive. So we got a little bit of line, but what that's going to do is let us just kind of slip this on, clamp it, and that'll be our reservoir. Again, this was like for one of those pull brake like drift handles. At least that's how it was advertised, but it's got a 3/4 inch bore and it has more than enough stroke. And I think it was like $25 versus, we'll see. We'll see if it's going to be what it is yet, if it'll work. Right now I'm going to try it. We're going to, basically I just got to cut this flare off. I got to redo this flare and with the bubble one, and then I can put this all together, and with all hopes this works and it's not a huge dump truck clutch. That was the problem I was having before. It didn't feel that great, so I don't know. We're going to see how this all goes. Man, look at that. So I got to this week pick up some aluminum yet because I can't find any of these seats, so I'm just going to try to make a bomber seat, but I'm going to kind of try to follow the jive of this seat because I really like it. It would be nice if it flipped forward like that. I don't really know why. I don't need it because it's not going to move out of the way. So maybe one of them I might make just to get easier access into the back seat, but for the most part somebody could just walk over everything if I actually put a seat. But you can see you'd be sitting there, and if you had a seat here you would be you wouldn't enjoy it. But I might want to just put a seat because just to fit the part so it looks right. All right, let's start working on this slave cylinder thingamabobber, and with all hopes it actually works and releases the clutch like it's supposed to. Man, I don't know. I am only getting which just doesn't feel like enough. I don't even know what this thing wants. But the clutch definitely doesn't feel like there's enough travel in it. I guess we're back to the drawing board. So what I ended up doing is I got my power bleeder attached to my bleed screw on the bottom, and I actually just forced it straight up through the bottom, out the top lid. And like I got it bled, but it's just, yeah, like it's just not moving enough. Like it honestly, it wants an inch and a bit of travel, but even though that's the full travel in this thing, I only feel well, it is like an inch, but it's like I have to overdo it. I don't get it. I really don't understand. Technically, this should work, but it doesn't want to. Golly, man, that sucks. That sucks. So, yeah. You know, I almost wish I just somehow tried to figure out how to run the stock one on here with the fork. This stupid hydraulic clutch thing is not working. I almost feel like for some weird reason, if I actually spent and bought the $300 Willwood one, it's not going to work either for some dumb reason. Unless that thing is bad, but you would think it's leaking if the if that bearing was leaking. Like, I don't know. I'll show you on the camera. Like you can, like it's moving, but it's not enough to get this car loose. It's crazy. Maybe it is working. That is the shortest throw clutch ever. Golly. Yeah, like I can't. She's stuck. Okay, cool. You know, that was a lot of work. Golly. That should have been so simple. Well, I don't know. I guess it works. I feel it should have a little more, but it's only an inch of throw. I guess it's because, I'll show you. I guess what I screwed up is normally, like the clutch feels stiff, but it's not actually terrible. But the only thing is, it only actually moves an inch. It's because my pivot is like here instead of up here. So it's almost 3 inches lower than where the stock mechanical one is. So you can imagine if I was up there, the pedal would actually move a lot more. Right now it only moves an inch and a bit down. Like it feels odd. You feel like you should have a lot more than what it is. So if it's level with the brake pedal now, it's like, if it's level with the brake pedal, that's like full clutch. Full clutch. Which is gonna make it maybe it's gonna make it way too touchy. You know, your riding spot's gonna be like there instead of like within this throw. I'm not exactly sure what to do. I might try to just, but it's gonna swing too much. I might try to just move it up a little, but like that whole swing problem that we have, I just wonder if I move it up from where it is here. If we just experiment and I just like say weld a nut right there, which moves it about an inch higher. I just wonder if that would make anything, make it feel better, if that makes sense. I should just try it. I need to get a little more swing out of the clutch. It's okay, but it's not, no, it's just not right. Anyways, the clutch is working. Hopefully I can fix this pinpoint, and then I actually have to figure out how to mount this reservoir. It's like, I have it going like looping over, but it's gonna have to mount on the firewall. Like, I don't care, I can do a longer hose, but I'm gonna have to take this bracket off and turn it around so I can at least bolt it to the firewall. If I can keep this hose a little loosey bolted there, I should be I should be okay. Golly, eh? Everything we're packing into this sucker. Okay, cool. I'm gonna work on the pedal, and if I come up with something better, I'll show you folks. Here's what I came up with. And I'm sure this is a bad idea, but I'll let somebody else tell me the reasoning. I feel it's not a good idea, but anyways, we put a pivot right up here. It's actually just from another like clutch pedal. I made a mount, so this thing is still adjustable, but at least now the pedal has a swing to it. Not crazy, but it's much more comfortable. I still want to, I'm going to put a stop on the pedal because I don't like that this thing bottoms into the slave cylinder, or the master cylinder, I mean. When I did my Model A, I learned that that thing can push too far and it can actually break stuff inside. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll just do an adjustable dealio off my clutch that'll hit the firewall here, or here, like something like that. That way I don't have to worry about this thing bottoming out and screwing up my master cylinder. So anyways, I got a pedal mounted here. This thing's actually like, I got it at swap meet, but apparently it's like broken. It doesn't tie itself well. I was gonna weld it, but I think I can just drill this and put a pin through it and it should be fine. So I got a pedal that works with this, or sorry, a cable that works with this. So this is all okay. I'm trying to think with my heater if this is gonna work in this little bit of area here, but I gotta figure out how much this thing's gotta pull. And well, I got my, where is it now? My throttle cable is somewhere within this mess. I also have my air fuel gauge, like for checking if my motor runs lean or not. So when we tune it, I kind of check that gauge. So the plan is I'll have two of these and they'll be up in the header panel. So anyways, oh, here it is. So I have this universal cable, but it's like 3 feet long. It's like way too long. Oops. But we can shorten this thing pretty easily because these ends, one of these, I think just pulls out like that. So technically we can just pull the cable out. We can cut this to what we need. And yeah, should be about it. I do have to make a little tanger to hold it. So I am just temporarily, because I got to get around here and do a few things yet. I got to get down, way down into there, which I can get from the other side easily. Get that oil gauge out and get that thing set up. We have to drill this thing for this air temperature sensor yet. So we're going to do that. But anyways, I want to do the throttle dealio. So I'm going to get this thing bolted on temporarily so I can figure out the swing here and how much cable I got to cut. And yeah, then at least we'll be a little bit closer to get the throttle done anyways. I'm trying to think what things are left before we fire it up. Oh, starter, battery. I've ordered a battery. I had to go with like an Optimum, whatever you call those things, like a yellow top. So very expensive battery, but I need it to be able to lay it down sideways or something. The area I have to fit it in, I just need that. So over a conventional battery, it'd be like over double. I think it was like 300 and, is it 350, 370? I don't know. It's $100, almost $200 too much. That's what it is, but it's what I got to do because I didn't actually provision for a battery. So that's bad on me, and that's how I'm going to have to band-aid that thing to make that work. But yeah, we're getting pretty dang close. Anyways, I'm going to keep farting around. I got to do that clutch slave, the top, the lid. Got to figure that part out, so I'll do that right away. And yeah, I don't know if anybody's come tonight. I'm going to get them to give me a hand tonight. I want to get these brakes actually done. I haven't, I keep talking about them, but I've never bled them properly yet. All right. Wow, we got a whole bunch of stuff done. So the throttle is back on. I got to plug this line because I don't think I'm using it. It doesn't make sense. It's going to vent just to the world. So this one here's got to go. I got to get into there to get that PCV yet. Anyways, kind of just welded a nut. That thing works minty for our throttle. That's done. Basically, I plugged the holes into here and then I just ran a vacuum, drilled a hole. I got my air intake, air temperature sensor there. My oil gauge is done down there. Did the old drill out the old weird thing that it's got. So they're done, they're wired. That part's good. Inside, again, did my clutchy thing, which you know, and I don't know, if somebody figures that's gonna blow up or something wrong, I'm sure they're gonna comment, so I think it'll be fine, but we'll see. Anyways, over here, our throttle is good. The thing was messed up. Something was stripped in here. I just drilled a hole through there, ran a screw, and now this thing works mint. The only problem I have is I probably should have made that a little lower because I'm sure this thing is gonna saw through there in no time. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I might have to change that, or, oh, maybe I can take this thing apart, take it all apart, stick a bar in there and actually just bend it down so it's kind of more at the orientation that this pedal's going. But anyways, that part works good. What did I do? So I set the dash in. I was spending all this time and I got all this ugly wires hanging out right here, but I forgot that the dash covers stuff up. So on the other side, still got to throw a grommet in there, but I ran the wiring for my air fuel gauge, and then this is like my boost gauge, but I ended up just drilling a hole through the tank over there. So I'm gonna do the same over here, rerun all these wires, that way they don't have to go through the whole ugliness that is right here. That you know, not that anybody's really gonna notice it, but whatever. I can do cleaner, may as well try. I should, while I'm at it right away, figure out my vent thing. It's got to basically just kick up past here and go around. So I almost have to make something, but I don't know that I feel like it right at this moment. I almost want to find some vents that I can use and just kind of shoehorn it over. Would be like awesome. But, well, for now, yeah. Well, mind you, I don't know. I thought I'm going to look around, see if I can just find some. I really don't want to go through all that and build that again. That was not fun. If I can just find a nice easy scoop, would be awesome. So yeah, I don't know. I guess all I'm gonna do tonight, I'm gonna fix up that little bit of wiring, get that sorted out, and yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night after that. What do you think, buddy? You're ready to go inside, eh? You're done with this day. Hey, had enough? Had enough? All right, I have this mess. I got everything all rerun up top. I want to, you know, before I put the dash back on, I'd like to get the vent thing sorted out, so then a fella can eventually look at this heater option. But yeah, I gotta find some vents. I was quickly looking up on Amazon and eBay, and it's too much money for what a feller's gonna get, and they'll have to modify stuff anyways. So I'm gonna do the hunt around the yard like I've done in the past. Usually didn't fare well, but if I can get most of the vent, I can make a little, like a little drift to go up. That should be the easy part. But anyways, let's do some shopping around the yard here. Boy, oh boy, did we get some rain yesterday. Golly, that equals like a lot of humidity right now. All right, we're hunting for vents. So, I don't know, I feel like I've done this walk before, but we'll check it out again. Oh, this one looks like it's actually bolted in. Although, I feel that feels, or looks plasticky. Well, we have other random things to pick from, so. These are gone. Oh, I bet you these are the ones I took maybe at the time. hunting around because maybe there's a set just laying in here that a feller doesn't know about. Nope. And Dodge, what's the deal here? Huh. I guess that one has like a complete solid tube, so I guess it has to do something with that ducking. So that's a no bueno. Don't think I want to rob out of, well, does this one have? Let's check the other side. I need it before this thing's going to be relevant, so. Oh. Well, there's some there. I'm going to wait though before I grab that one. We do have a few other options here. The random dash. Nothing. Oh, another Dodge. So that means this will be probably same dealio. A little tube in there. This fine automobile. That I can't get in. Wonder if I can get it on the other side. I vaguely remember this car not being able to get in it. Alrighty. We'll move on. We have plenty of options here. Well, that was kind of a bust. I don't really want to take it out of that truck if I can avoid it. And in my head, I want to build that thing yet, so we'll see. But this is that Oldsmobile that I kind of, Ryder and I tore apart. And it looks like it's got a set of vents in it. So I'm going to quickly pull this out. And I'll take that rear view mirror. I don't think I need it right now, but it'll be good for something. And we should be okay. I'm pretty sure it's got to come out through the top. So I'm going to get started on this. We're going to steal some parts off of here. All right, check it out. We got a mirror. Well, I don't know if I'll use the mirror in this car. We got some vents that we can modify. I got a handful of screws that are like those fancy shiny ones that they use around the trim. I don't think I'll use it on this car, but I'll keep them for something. I'm always looking for those window trim screws, so now I have a bunch anyways. Anyhow, we'll see if this is going to work or not. Well, these vent tubes are enormous when you compare it to here, but you know, I'll still take it because this is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, my plan is to, if anything, I can, well, we can always stick a smaller downsize on that. But I'm feeling on the back side, if we do this, well, I don't know. Hopefully they're both sprung the right way. If we do that, I can run a tube, stab a tube into there, just tape it in. That should be fine. I think if I was to trim this back, we can kind of get this really high to poke through, and then I can maybe flip this lip up so it kind of hits it and then goes boom straight through here. We're gonna have to modify that front windshield frame so it actually provisions for that. I don't know how I want to do that yet. I think before I put glass in it, I'm gonna actually have to, where is my window frame? We're gonna actually have to put a defrost vent or maybe punch a bunch of holes. On my Model A, my pickup, I basically cut some louver vents in there to blow this way. Maybe I'll do the same, but I don't know where it's gonna go, so I might just louver this whole panel. I don't think I can do it on my machine because it'll probably wreck the doors out of this thing. I think I just got to do some slits and just try to do some manual louvers in it. I know where I want it, like really here, but if that thing's blowing at it like crazy, well, it should work. I guess some of it might blow back at me, which is kind of a bonus. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking that's gonna be the plan, but for now, I'm thinking that's about where I'm gonna leave it. It's a hot one today, and well, we're gonna take a little break and kind of do some other things outdoors. So on that note, I'm thinking that's where we're gonna leave this one. I mean, I did get a whole lot of stuff done. It's just so piddly. It's really hard to justify, but well, it's progress. That's all I can say. I don't know. Take it or leave it. It is what it is. I did manage to do this. We got our gauges hooked up. Oh man, what else did we all do? We got our throttle on there. We got our clutch working, so that's cool. My little oil, the little reservoir, like check it out. All I did is I bent this tab a wee bit and we just stuck it up there. It's just bolted onto the throttle body, so it's got give. It can do whatever it's got to do, but we can kind of get at everything. It's still kind of miserable, but we are trying to pack a lot of junk into here. I'm still going to come back and visit the steering because it's in place. This section's welded. This is always going to get bolted. So what I have to do now is drill into here so I can get a set screw to go through so the thing can't pull out. And we got to do the same down below here. I don't have that done down here, so I have to get in there, drill that thing so this set screw, this thing's supposed to actually go through the whole shaft. So that's the plan. Got to do that yet. Put a dimple for that one. Yeah, not too bad, but the steering for the most part's in. I've ordered a different quick connect, so this thing's not permanent yet until I get that part done. We have a couple local shops, so I've got to get some aluminum. I want to see, cut a set of, I'm going to do like bomber seats similar to what I did in my one truck, but I might try to do it a little different so it has this look to it. I really love these seats. So it's gonna have a bomber feel to it, but I want to upholster it so it's gonna be like a crossover between this, a bomber seat, and a boat seat, I guess. I don't know. I thought of boat seats, but they're never very strong. They always kind of fall apart. So yeah, figure if I make my own, should be okay. I'll just have to find some foam. I know the ones I have designed to actually take like a Camaro bottom, so I don't know. It's a little wider for the tush. All right, anyways, as always, folks, I want to thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. We're pretty sure we're going to do the glass and get some defrost, possibly a heater. Later, folks.